Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman. Welcome to my life and a nice casual walk through this park on a beautiful Friday when I decided to get out of the office because there's only so many hours you can spend in the office before you start to go crazy. Now, I have tried to make videos at this specific park before, but they always use their leaf blowers every time I come here, and one of the leaf blowers is on break. You can see him in the back with his leaf blower. Maybe you can't, but he's right behind me. Hopefully he takes a long break. So this is going to be my first time filming here. This is along the Bajang River. Bajang. My Chinese pronunciation still is a work in progress, but it's a very prominent river in Jiayi City, where I work as a public school English teacher at a very small junior high school, and that I am coming to appreciate more and more. This is the third public school that I've worked at in Taiwan. All of the schools are similar in many regards, but different in some key points. And one of the points that I've talked about over and over again about the school that I'm at is that I do have the ability to just get out of the office. They don't keep track of me too much, okay? I don't actually have a lot of work. Sometimes I do. So for example, there's a competition that will take place between all of the schools in a city. It's called Reader's Theater. Reader's Theater is essentially, it's acting. It's students will read a script in English and they'll do some acting, but it's not a full stage performance. There's not a lot of blocking, no moving. In fact, they're sort of supposed to just stand stationary behind sort of a music stand or a script stand, and but each city's rules will vary somewhat. So it's kind of acting without movement. And I have been put in charge of this project, so I had to write the script. And now we are in rehearsals. And the only time that we can do rehearsals is actually during my nap time. And if you have been following my channel, then you know nap time is a sacred time for Teacher Ryan. I am a notorious napper. I have always said on this channel that one of the things that will upgrade your life as a public school teacher is if you get a chair that fully reclines for you to recharge during the crucial after lunch, after you fill yourself up with whatever delicious or not so delicious lunch that your school provides. So I have to work during nap time, and I agreed to do this project because, you know, I pursued acting in the past. I was in some stage plays. I was on TV in Japan, and I really like it. And I am the native English speaker at my school who doesn't have a lot to do, so I agreed to do it. But the nice surprise is that my boss comes to me and says, "Ryan, I know you love your nap time, and I am so sorry that I have given you all this extra work." It's basically every nap time started this week until the competition, which is at the end of March. She's like, how does a bunch of extra money sound? She did some calculations, and the compensation that they're giving me, I mean, it might not work out to a very high pay per hour, but it's a very nice sum and a nice gesture. And it's just these types of things. It's things that you don't ask for, that your school thinks about on their own, on like, hey, let's make this teacher happier, that I really appreciate. Anyways, just thought, actually, I didn't think about what I wanted to share at all. I just came to this park to talk with you guys. And when I saw the leaf blower was on break, I just simply jumped at the opportunity to start talking before I thought about what I might talk about. My first week back at work after a 2.5 week break, and I've taught almost no classes, because what you'll find is that at the beginning of semesters, some of the extracurricular classes, like my English conversation classes, they don't start right away. They start maybe a couple weeks into the semester. So I won't actually start those until not even next week, but the week after that. And then because I'm a PE teacher, the first week or two of the semester, the students are doing health checks. They're getting their height, their weight measured. And then there's like a day for vaccinations. There's a lot. There's so many times you will come to work as a public school teacher and here in Taiwan, and you'll just be like, oh, guess what? You have no class. They might tell you, or you might just show up and you'll see that there's no class. So it's been a quiet week, and I do go crazy if I'm in the office to no purpose. But luckily, this Reader's Theater, I know it sounds boring to you guys, but to me, it is wonderful. I get to work with the most talented. We did auditions last semester and narrowed it down to our final 8 and our cast of 8. I got to work with the most talented students, as well as a very talented young teacher every day, Monday through Friday, on a project that I find quite interesting. I remember when I was working with acting teachers at a local junior college back in California, and all of those things that I was taught, on how to do a better performance, how to enunciate your words, now I get to use all of that knowledge, and it's just so much fun. And just like it's fun to do these videos, it's fun to come out and talk and walk in the beautiful park while it's not raining, because it was raining really, really hard the last couple of days. So, it is Valentine's Day. I will not see my Valentine today. She is still feeling under the weather, and she has a baby. And she doesn't necessarily have wheels as often as she did a few weeks ago. So, when I met my girlfriend Flo, she was always taking the train to come see me. Trains, taxis, Ubers, and she had a driver's license, but she was so afraid to drive. Then I kept encouraging her, because I remember how scary it was for me to get a scooter license and then actually trust myself to drive on the street. But it opened up life in such a way. And I remember my ex-wife, a young Japanese girl, back in America years ago, I helped her get a driver's license. And I remember even after she got the license, she was so scared to drive. But once she could drive, she loved it. It improved her life. So I encouraged my girlfriend Flo, and eventually she started doing it more and more. And it opened up so many avenues. She could come just on a weekday when I'm at work to drop off snacks, give me a smooch outside the school gate. Come every weekend, bring her son. I've got to know him so much more because of her car. She wouldn't have been able to do that in the past. And everything was all good, but her father is a bit of a speedster. So she was not driving, she doesn't have her own car. She was driving her father's car. Her father didn't need it. Her father's a bit of a speedster, and he accrued too many points against his license, and the police were going to take his license plate away. And I don't... Allegedly, some people in Taiwan are able to grease the right wheels with red envelopes stuffed with cash to get these things taken away. I'm not saying that he did that, but anyways, the license plate wasn't impounded for quite some time, and it looked like it wasn't going to happen. But then governments and things like this can change and switch, and then suddenly his license plate was taken away, and my girlfriend, who had so much freedom, which was such a huge benefit to our relationship, because I could see her every weekend, and I could see her even on weekdays, and because I'm not a... Okay, that's a whole nother topic, okay? Because I can't actually go to her house because although half of her family knows about me, half of her family doesn't, all right? But like I said, that's a whole nother topic, all right? So she would be coming to my apartment or coming to my work, or we'd meet at a park. We've met at this park before. So now suddenly she doesn't have wheels, but her grandma has a car that she rarely uses, but she's not so, Flo's not so close with her grandmother. Now, I don't want to get into that. That's her business. She loves her grandmother, but didn't feel she had the relationship to commandeer her car for daily use. I should really do a video about the insights that I've learned about Taiwanese families. Because, families are the same all around the world, but they're also different. And I've learned a lot having Flo tell me so much about her life. She might not want me to talk about any of it, but maybe I'll be able to talk about it more broadly. So in any case, Flo's basically been able to use her grandmother's car sometimes, but not comfortable to use it all of the time. And so this has kind of been a bit of a hurdle in her life in general. Forget about me, even though it's been a terrible hurdle for me because I can't see her as often. But for her, it's sort of been sort of a blow to her freedom. And as you can hear in the back, the leaf blower's off his break. I should have given him a pack of cigarettes and a coffee to bribe him to chill out for a bit longer. So I'm probably going to need to wrap up this video because even my path is going to be at the end and I'm going to have to go towards the noise. So anyways, I didn't have any specific topic. I just came to get out of the office, talk to you guys. If you're teaching at a public school in Taiwan, let me know down in the comments. Write down, how has the start of your semester gone? Mine has gone well, but like I said, I go crazy when I have nothing to do. I've started studying Chinese with a new teacher. That's been a fantastic thing. I've had some good meetings with my co-teachers. We've come up with a plan of attack for me to teach capture the flag to the students in PE. I'm very excited about that. I've done that at previous schools. It was always very successful because they just want to work on their fitness. They want to get their cardio up because they're going to have to do some tests towards the end of the semester. I will be swimming with the classes, and I'm supposed to teach the kids how to float. I'm a decent swimmer. I grew up swimming, but I don't know specific techniques. Like, I never learned properly. I just had my dad teach me, and then growing up with the pool. So that will come in April. Yeah, I love the new desk. If you followed me at the end of the last semester, I was talking about switching desks. I love my new desk. I love the new setup. I have hard days. It depends how I sleep. Depends on all these things. If I have a bad sleep, then work is brutal whether I'm working hard or not. But if I have a good sleep and then I have a good mood, There's a couple black dogs over there. You will see black dogs just chilling in random places. Just living here, probably get food from someone. In any case, I'm going to head back to where the leaf blower is because I have reached the end of the track. Thank you for coming with me to this park along this walk. Write your questions down below. And my girlfriend, although she's not coming today, tomorrow's my birthday! And she's coming tomorrow and will be at my place without the baby. Although I love the guy, for the whole rest of the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and she'll leave Monday. So I have a nice birthday weekend planned and promised a nice dinner or lunch with my friend Andrew. All right, see you next time. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. My name's Ryan. Bye-bye.